Hi, what is an engineering? How do we get around from place to place without having to talk everywhere? How can we communicate with people who live far away? These were problems that people struggled with for a long time, until recently. Before there were things like cars and phones and computers. And you now will solve those problems, injuries. But do you know what an injury is? The short answer is that an injury is someone who wants to know how and why things work. Now, I want to know how and why things work, but does that make me an injury? No quit. Besides being naturally curious, an engineer is a person who designs and builds things like machine or system or structure that help solve a specific problem. There's more than just one type of injury too, but no matter what type of injury someone is, they have to ask themselves three very important questions when they're working. Number one, what is the problem that needs to be solved? Number two, what has the problem that needs to be solved? And most importantly, number three, why is the problem important to solve? Let's take a look at some examples. A really famous example of injury is the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California. I mentioned that there are different kinds of injury, and the civil injury is someone who design and construct buildings, roads, and bridges. For the person who designed the Golden Gate Bridge, was what the problem that they needed to solve? People could travel in a route of San Francisco, which is surrounded on most sides by water, without a boat. Who had the problem? Residents of San Francisco, mostly, but really anybody traveling in the area. Why was the problem important to solve? Well, you didn't want a whole bunch of the San Francisco residents trapped in San Francisco forever, even if it's a super cool city. Plus, you wanted people outside of San Francisco to be able to travel to the city easily if they needed to solve the Golden Gate Bridge. Was injury as a solution to this problem? In addition to civil injury, there are also mechanical, electrical, chemical, computer, nuclear, and software injury. And the list goes on. Let's talk about what some of the other types of injury do first. The first up, electrical injury. Electrical injury study electrical injury. They design an electrical system like circuit and computer chips. Think on electrical object that you use pretty regularly. How about your microwave? What problem was the microwave a solution to? Cold food, right? You have an electrical injury to thank for the ability to reheat that leftover pizza you just had for lunch. But what you might not have heard of using sharp or piercing Spencer, the engineer responsible for the golden gate bracket and microwave respectively. You probably hear of Henry Ford has in Ford cars. Henry Ford was a mechanical engineer or someone working in a manufacturing industry, making mechanical things like tools, engine, and machine like cars. Ford didn't invent the automobile, but this Ford Motor Company made a lot of them. His Model T car were famous for being a Ford baby for plenty of Americans. For sound that lots of people who wanted to drive cars just called because they could afford the first vehicle that were for sale. So, he enjoyed a cheaper model as a solution to this problem. His fellow engineers started to do the same, and now wild cars are everywhere. Henry Ford was not the only big name engineer. A famous engineer today is Marissa Mayer. Mayer is the president of the internet company Yahoo, and is also a software engineer. Software engineer were in computer and other products that use software to write programs to make them faster and able to do more things. No matter what kind of engineer someone is their job. Its most basic level is problem solving. Each engineer specializes in solving certain kinds of problems. While it might seem like there are too many types of engineers to keep track, use with 15 years or 50 or 100, because we will probably have a ton of different tips to add to the list by then. Think about it about 100 years ago. We did have jobs in field like aerospace engineers, where people design and construct planes, spacecraft. We did have planes like we do today, or need spaceships, so we did need people to engineer them. Who knows what machine or tool or everyday object we will have in the year 3050. Personally, I'm hoping for an underwater city, but whatever these things are, we will need engineering to make them. So what do you say? Who wants to be an engineer?